What's up, everybody? This is Kyle Dalton. Stay tuned to listen to my track, Death of Me, featuring Crash Karma. You're gonna hear it right here with Luna on Soft Static at Sonic Scout Radio.
Luna coming at you here on Soft Static on Sonic Scout Radio. We promised you last week, and we are delivering. On the line, we have Kyle Dalton, who's going to be talking about his new album drop along with his new single, So Fake. We want to welcome Kyle to the studio. Welcome, Kyle.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I'm really excited about your new single dropping, So Fake. Like I said last week on the show, and we played Death of Me, which is also from the album. I'm really excited about this new single, hearing it a little bit coming up, and just kind of working with you some in the past. I feel like this is a huge moment for you. What inspired you to go from playing on other bands and kind of doing your side work that you've been doing for, over 18 years you've been working with other bands? What inspired you to move forward and start a single, and kind of tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it was a kind of a weird situation that led to me doing a solo album. Honestly, I had been working on other stuff with other artists. for instance, this single called So Fake, which is my latest one, is with our singer from my band called Crimson Kiss. Her name is Kitty Voorhees. And this was a song that we had written kind of for that band, and we were working on it there. I had been working on a few songs with my buddy Levi Stockton, who's also featured on 2 of the songs from the album, and they weren't really meant to be solo album or anything like that, but I had an opportunity. I recently had played on El Demonio's single, which is called Southside 1%er, and his album went number 1 on iTunes, which I also recorded and produced and mixed and mastered for him. So just being featured on that as a solo artist and it doing so well, got brought up to do a solo album, and I just kind of jumped on the opportunity. So I took a bunch of songs I was already working on and things that were cool and ideas I had, and kind of threw them together and did something a little different, more in the hard rock type genre, which is a little different because I typically play a lot of metal and anything in that line. Like you said, I've been playing for 18 years with my band Morbid Justice, and we're more of a metalcore band. So it was a new experience to not only do a solo project like this, solo album, but also incorporate some other styles. And I try to be as diverse as I can on the record, and put a little bit of grunge and a little bit of alternative and hard rock, and just incorporate as many different genres as I can, and that way, keep it fresh and do something new.
Right.
With it.
Like I said, I've watched you before. I've watched your metal. I've seen how you've progressed. And seeing this new album, it is really different. So to see how you really succeed in this, you don't even really see a learning curve or anything. I'm really impressed by that piece of it. Tell me a little bit about your vocalist on this.
So I'm not the best vocalist. I can do some vocals, but I just decided that it would be best to reach out and get some different artists that I know that could do a great job and have them featured on the album. So on this song, I did have our vocalist from Crimson Kiss, Kitty Voorhees, on this one, and we have been together playing a band for, I believe, 5 years, and we've collaborated and done some other stuff. But she's on the bridge part and the outro, and I actually do the vocals throughout the whole rest of the song. So this is one of the only 2 songs that I did vocals on this album, and this is one of them, So Fake, and the other one is called Like a Disease, and I did the choruses, and I had El Demonio do the verses. And then I had Clinton Lewis, he's the vocalist for my band Escape to Badlands. He did one track on there called Left Behind. And then I had Levi Stockton, who is the vocalist for my band Morbid Justice. He did 2 songs, which is, one is called Bound, one is called Regret. And also, like you said, you've been playing Death of Me. I had my good friends in Crash Karma come on and do part of that song, along with vocalists from one of my former bands, Jesse Dahmer, did the vocals through most of it, and Crash Karma is on the choruses and on the bridge. So it just made sense to me. It was kind of a dual thing, I guess, if I can say it right. Like, doing a solo thing is kind of foreign to me, doing everything myself. So I figured not only getting some guest vocalists on there would not only bring another element to it, but it's also like I get to incorporate all my friends into the solo attempt as well. So it was kind of a double win there. I get to have some great vocalists, guest on my solo album, and also, I get to make everything sound a little bit different, and I don't have to do the vocals, which is good.
But with this single, the So Fake single, this is one of the 2 songs that you actually are performing vocals as well.
Yeah, so I do the vocals on So Fake pretty much through the whole song, and Kitty helps out on the bridge and the last chorus, and then the other song, Like a Disease, I do the vocals in the chorus and the bridge, and then I have El Demonio doing them on the verse, and those are the only 2 songs that I did any vocals on, and out of the 6 songs on the EP. So yeah, this is kind of a cool one for me, since I did do the vocals on this one, so hopefully they're good.
Awesome. Well, let's take a listen. We're going to listen to So Fake right now on Soft Static.
Your friendship is like a disease. It sucked the life out of all my dreams. I heard what you said. I don't deny it, don't even try it. We were like family, or more than brothers. It turned out you were like all the others. A slitherous snake, use my friendship to perpetrate. So here's a little something for the
time to realize I cannot hide this feeling I get when I'm looking at you. I don't know why. When I close my eyes, I see my own reflection in you.
You're a slitherous snake. You use my friendship to perpetrate. So here's a little song for the hustle, the struggle, and the hate. Can you feel it?
Time is ticking away. No escape from the things you say. I won't throw it away. You'll regret these words someday. Time to realize I cannot hide this feeling I get when I'm looking at you. I don't know why. When I close my eyes, I see my own reflection. My own reflection in you. Why do you bring me down?
Why do you bring me down?
Time to realize I cannot hide this feeling I get when I'm looking at you. I don't know why. When I close my eyes, I see my own reflection. And
Time is ticking away. No escape from the things you say. I won't throw it away. You'll regret these words someday.
That's Like a Disease by Kyle Dalton featuring Demonio. This is one of the 2 songs on the Weight of Doubt album that Kyle branches out into vocals. Okay, so tell us a little bit more about the transition and how it feels going from primarily working in bands to now dropping your very own solo album.
It's been an interesting thing doing a solo album than that I ever intended to do, but so far it's been fun, but it's different, you know. From being in different bands for the past 20 years, and I've been in a lot of different bands, then going off and doing something solo, it feels a bit foreign, like I'm out on an island all alone, you know. It's just different not having people here to back me up with, but it's been a cool venture and everything so far. Everyone's, you know, I guess it's been well received, you know, as far as I can tell.
Right, it seems well received. I know you just dropped the new single, the So Fake single, but even being on Spotify today, I was kind of looking at your numbers, and your numbers are already really high up there. So it's got to feel pretty good to look at Spotify and see the amount of plays that you already have.
I mean, that's pretty amazing, honestly. And I got this offer to release this. It was released through Lush Global and Creative Records, and it was distributed by Sony and The Orchard. So I think that helped a lot with the promotion and stuff to help it get where it is. But I do know that for the whole album, all the songs, I've passed 25,000 streams, which is pretty awesome collectively. And then Death of Me, last I looked, is just under 10,000. It's like 9,600 plays. So once it hits that 10K, you know, I'm gonna be super stoked, and I'm gonna be sharing that. And that's the top played one, and the rest of them are doing pretty well. I don't know what the all-time streams are right now, but last I got updated, it was over 25,000, which is pretty cool considering it only came out 4 or 5 months ago. I don't remember the exact amount of time, but so for 4 or 5 months of play, that's pretty decent. The Spotify numbers are doing pretty well. I know the listeners are up there, and it's cool that I can go on and see, you know, who's listening where, and it's cool to see people listen to it in other countries and stuff, and just to see that it's got some traction and it's getting out there and people are hearing it is you know, really, really awesome thing, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. So where all can people listen if they want to hear your track? I know they can go to Spotify, but what do they search? If they want to listen to these songs, where do they go to listen to all the new releases?
Yeah, so it's on all the major streaming platforms that you can think of. It's on Amazon Music, all SoundCloud, all that stuff. But, you know, I always urge people to go check out the YouTube page, because I do have official videos up for my first 2 singles, Death of Me and Regret, and actually So Fake official video just dropped as well. So if you want to go and see the official videos, then you go to the YouTube and check that out. But it's also available on all platforms, YouTube Music, and I actually just found out it's also on TikTok. Somebody showed it to me, and the full album's available on there, and you can check it out and then put it in your videos. So pretty much everywhere on the planet that you can stream music, you can listen to it. And then if you're old school like me, I have CDs available where you can order a CD from me, just direct from me. Hit me up on Instagram or Facebook, Kyle Dalton Official, and you can get one. And I also just set up a page on Elastic Stage, which is super awesome. You can actually go and get a copy of the album on a 12-inch vinyl record, and it comes professionally packaged. The whole thing looks killer. I actually ordered one for myself recently. It looks and sounds amazing, and if you go to my Instagram page, I have a video that I posted where I show off the vinyl, and you get to look at the packaging and everything, and it's just super cool that I'm able to have my own record on vinyl. And if you want one for yourself, you can pick one up. It's like a print on demand service, so you just go on there, you order it, and they make it and they ship it to you from Elastic Stage, and you just search my name and the album name, and you can find it. Or there's links on my Instagram and Facebook. So those are all the ways you can listen to it, streaming, or get yourself a physical copy on CD or vinyl record.
I have to say, I was extremely impressed yesterday when I was scrolling through social media and saw that you have your album on vinyl. I think that is something that a lot of times we tend to lose now in the modern day, and so being on vinyl is just amazing, and it's almost kind of like a, you know what, I made it, look at me, I'm on vinyl.
Yeah, it's a surreal thing because, you know, I've always been a record collector since I was a kid. It's kind of been coming back, and I do have an extensive record collection myself, you know, with streaming and everything taking over, and CD, you know, nowhere has a CD player. I don't even have a CD player in my car anymore. Right. So I just went to collecting records, and now it's super cool for me to be able to have my own music on vinyl as well. So yeah, it does kind of feel like that. It kind of feels like I made it, you know. This is it. It's real now. It's on a vinyl record. That's as cool as it gets, man.
Absolutely. You heard it here. If you want your very own copy of Kyle Dalton's album The Weight of Doubt, you can go to Elastic Stage and order now. This song coming up is No Regrets, which was previously released off of this album, and if I might say so, is doing really well on Spotify. Check it out.
Oh, now the wedding showed up. grow colder until my soul is gone. I don't regret the fact I cannot be saved. Least I forget. I'll carry this to my grave. Another broken passion, another mystery. Although it did not happen, I feel it haunting me. I don't regret the fact I cannot be saved, and that I wish to forget. I'll carry this to my grave. I'll carry this to my grave.
You're listening to Soft Static with Luna. We're on the line with Kyle Dalton. It's a little bit of a new sound for Kyle. I still hear those undertones of metal in true Dalton form. I want to thank you so much for being on the show today. I want to give you another opportunity. If there's anything we missed, if there's anything that inspires you, or you want to kind of leave a moment of inspiration for our listeners, please do so.
All I can really say is, if you love music, stick with it, because I've loved music since I was a kid. It's always been my reason for living, and it's really just my inspiration for everything I do. So just keep pushing, work on the music, because all that really matters in this world is being happy, and music makes me happy, so I make it, and it just really fills my heart with joy to know that people out there are hearing my music and digging it and liking it and enjoying it and listening to it, and hopefully they enjoy it as much as I do. And then on the other end of things, I'd like to thank everybody that was involved, all the guest vocalists I have: Clinton Lewis, Levi Stockton, Kitty Voorhees, Jesse Dahmer, El Demonio, and of course the absolutely awesome band Crash Karma. All those guys that guest on my album, it was really an honor to have them a part of it. And it's been an amazing thing. And just stay inspired, and if you're out there making music, you're an independent artist, don't stop, don't give up, just stay true to your guns, stay true to the music, and hopefully, everything will happen for you, and hopefully that's inspiring enough for the world.
In my sin, can I find myself again? Can I change who I am? Or am I bound by who I've been? I don't feel like the man I used to be. Always changing, try to build a better man. Am I trapped in my sin? Can I find myself again? Can I change who I am? Or am I bound by who I've been?
There's no human decency anymore.
It's been awesome having Kyle on the line. This album is absolute fire. Don't forget you can follow Kyle Dalton Official on all the socials. Look him up on Spotify, like and subscribe, plus get your very own vinyl of Kyle's latest EP, The Weight of Doubt. Stay tuned for more independent artists that are blowing up the airwaves right here on Soft Static. That's Falling Away by Crimson Kiss, Kyle Dalton playing lead guitar on this one. Coming up next, Wasn't Meant to Be by Kyle's band Morbid Justice. Thanks for tuning in today. Not So Soft Static playing unsigned independent artists. This is Kyle on Schizo by Anarchy Hammer. another great show. Thanks for tuning in to today's Not So Soft Static. Like I said last week, my playlist is quite eclectic and will keep you coming back for more. Until next week, I'm Luna.